Salut Français 2. Aujourd'hui, on va réviser, that means review, some rules about adjective. Quick reminder, qu'est-ce que c'est un adjective? An adjective is a word that describes. It's describing a thing, a noun or a pronoun. So, les adjectives en français. What messes us up a little bit is that we have to make the adjective agree with the gender and number of the noun they describe. Now, what do I mean by agree? I mean I have to change my spelling. Alright, so we're going to discuss two things in this video. What the adjective should look like when we write it and where it should go in the sentence. In the dictionary, just remember you're going to find the masculine spelling of an adjective. Masculine singular. Basic rule, to make an adjective feminine, we add an E. So diligent becomes diligente. If it already ends in an E, then it does not make any change. Timide is a good example of that. Alright? But there are these adjectives that don't follow the rules. But we can kind of break them down into groups. We've got adjectives that end in EUX become EUSE. Like généreux, we become généreuse. We have adjectives that end in IF, they become IVE. Sportif becomes sportive. And then we have adjectives that end in EL, they become ELLE. Ponctuel becomes ponctuel. Some adjectives are going to double the last consonant. Most of them end in N, so like ON and IEN. Here's a few examples. Bon for good becomes bonne. Mignon, mignonne. Musicien, musicienne. Canadien, canadienne. So they're going to double that N. Now, next step, I might have to make something plural. Alright? Normally, I will just add an S. Bavard, bavard. Notice you don't hear the S pronounced. If it already ends in an S, or if it ends in an X, then it's going to stay the same. So we have a gray cat, un chat gris, des chats gris. Gris does not change. What you want to remember is to always make your adjective feminine first, then make it plural if you have to. And that's an important rule for our next set of adjectives that are irregular. Alright, we have these adjectives that end in AL in the masculine, and then they change to AUX when they become plural, like génial, meaning great, becomes géniaux. But again, this change we only see in the masculine, because if we were to make it feminine first, like we're supposed to, alright, I would have this ALE. And to make that plural, I just add the S in. So this is our feminine, but in the masculine plural over here is where we see that AL to AUX. Some adjectives are just 100,000% whacked. We have beau for handsome or beautiful. Add the X to make it masculine plural. Feminine is belle. We also have nouveau. Add the X to make it masculine. Feminine is nouvelle, completely different. And notice too, we have this fifth form of the adjective when it's masculine before a vowel. Whew. We also have vieux for old. Vieux and vieux. Notice it ends in an X, so the plural for masculine, no change. But then we have vieille is the feminine. Vieille, feminine plural with the S at the end. Part 2, where do adjectives go? Alright, what's weird for us is like yo to speak we must, they go after the noun. So, une voiture française, we have the article, then we have our noun, then we have our adjective. Literally, a car, French. Some, friends, talkative. Okay, it's backwards to us. So we have the article, en vert, the noun en bleu, and the adjectif en rouge. But then we have this group of bags adjectives, or bangs. You'll see it either way. It stands for beauty, age, number, goodness, and size. These adjectives go before the noun that they describe. These words are beau and joli, which have beauty. Vieux, nouveau, and jeune are adjectives for age. We have bon and mauvais for good and bad. And then we have grand and petit. So when we use these adjectives, they're going to go before the noun. So here's an example. Instead of, what do we have, an Italian car before? We have une grande voiture, because grand is a bags adjective. So now it's in front of the noun. Interesting little rule here. Des is going to change to de. So instead of des amis français or whatever it was before, now we have de bons amis. Alright, so notice these adjectives are coming in front. And again, we made this feminine. We added the E because car is feminine. Our friends here are masculine, so I just added my S to make it plural. Wow, c'est tout. That was a crash course in adjectives, which we talked about last year. Voilà, come to class if you have any questions. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir.